Aging like fine wine. 8 signs you're still rocking your 70s, and 80s welcome to your health partner. Have you ever wondered if you can continue to live healthily, with energy and joy, just like you did when you were younger, even when you reach your 70s and 80s? In reality, age is just a number. But how can we maintain our health, mental sharpness, and ability to enjoy life fully in our later years? Do we have to accept the decline of our bodies and minds as we age, or can we, like a few lucky individuals, maintain independence, sharp intellect, and an optimistic spirit despite our age? If you're in your 70s or 80s and still feel strong, independent, and able to do things that most people think are impossible, then you are truly a rare gem in society. People like you are living proof that aging doesn't mean becoming weak, but rather a journey of maintaining both physical and mental vitality. In this video, I will share with you 8 important signs that show you are still maintaining your health and mental clarity even in your 70s and 80s. These signs are not just about being able to do things like walking, remembering names, or cooking, but about how you maintain freedom, independence, and the ability to connect with the world around you. This is not only important for you, but also for your family and community. So, are you curious? Are you one of the few special people who can do all of this? Watch this video to discover 8 amazing signs. And if you can do all of them, you are a living testament to the power of aging. If you haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe button now so you won't miss out on videos about health psychology and how to live a healthy life at any age. And don't forget to share this video with your loved ones or friends, because they also deserve to receive these secrets. Leave a comment below and share your thoughts about this video. Are you keeping up with these great habits for living healthy and independently? I'm really looking forward to hear your feedback and will reply to all comments. Let's begin this journey of exploring the wonders of aging and prove that we can indeed grow older without growing weaker. Watch the entire video because you'll find valuable tips to help you maintain health and mental clarity throughout life. 1. Walking without support, the key to independence and health. One thing many people don't realize is that as we age, the ability to move freely is a true sign of independence. Imagine you're in your 70s or 80s, and every morning you can still go outside and walk without needing a cane or walker. This doesn't just show that your body is still healthy, but also proves the freedom and energy you maintain in life. The story of Mr. Jack, 75 years old, living in Florida, is a great example. Every morning, he walks a long distance around the park near his home. He happily shares with his friends, "If I can walk without a cane, I'll walk faster than all the young people here." Despite his age, Mr. Jack still keeps his daily walking routine. It's not just to stay fit, but to feel that I'm still active and free. "I walk every day to keep my body and mind sharp," he says. Walking not only helps the body maintain flexibility and strength, but it's also a fantastic way to stay connected with the world around you. Mr. Jack understands that when you can walk confidently, you're not only maintaining physical health, but also controlling your life without relying on others. Even though he sometimes feels joint pain or fatigue, he continues walking because he knows that flexibility is the key to long-term independence. If you don't walk, you'll lose something that many people don't realize is important: the freedom in every step, he shares. So, if you can still walk every day without assistance, you are holding on to a priceless gift that not everyone can have when they age. It's not just about maintaining health, but about keeping your spirit strong and independent. Keep walking every day, no matter how tired you are. You're maintaining freedom for yourself, and that's the greatest gift you can give yourself. 2. Remembering names, dates, and daily tasks. A sharp mind and strong memory. As we age, one of the most noticeable changes is a decline in memory. You might forget what happened yesterday, or sometimes miss an important appointment. However, if you can still remember names, birthdays, holidays, or simply what day it is without needing to write it down, you are keeping your brain truly sharp and healthy. The story of Ms. Helen, 72, from New York, is a vivid example of how to maintain memory as you age. Every morning, she still memorizes her schedule for the day without needing any notes or reminders. I always remember my grandkids' birthdays without ever having to check the calendar, she shares. Ms. Helen also always remembers a gift she bought for others and recalls the details of conversations with her friends, things that many younger people may overlook. Being able to remember the small details of daily life shows that your brain is still working effectively. In fact, when the mind is not exercised regularly, it's easy to experience memory decline. But if you can still remember everything without referring to lists or needing help, your brain is certainly still strong and flexible. Ms. Helen doesn't just maintain a good memory. She also engages in daily intellectual activities like reading, solving crossword puzzles, and participating in brain games to keep her mind sharp. She understands that the brain is like a muscle. If not exercised, it will weaken over time. She often says, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. Memory is not only important for daily life, but also a key factor in maintaining independence as you age. When you can remember details about work, social events, and even small things around the house, you are not only maintaining independence, but also proving that you can still control your life without depending on anyone. So, if you can still remember everything without needing reminders, be proud of that. You're proving that even though aging can change your body, if you take good care of your brain, you can maintain mental clarity for a long time. 3. Cooking and preparing meals, flexibility in body and mind. Cooking is not just a practical activity, but also a wonderful way to maintain both physical and mental health as you age. Did you know that people who can still prepare meals for themselves tend to maintain better independence and health? Cooking requires a variety of skills, from chopping food, preparing dishes, to organizing and planning each step of meal preparation. The story of Mrs. Rose, 78 years old, is a great example of how cooking remains an important part of her life. Every day, she still prepares meals for her family without help. Cooking is how I show care and love to everyone. It also makes me feel that I can still do important things, Mrs. Rose shares. Even though she sometimes feels tired after a long day, she never gives up on cooking. Mrs. Rose doesn't just prepare meals. She takes control of every step of the process. Cooking helps her maintain flexibility in her hand movements, keeps her brain active, and is a way for her to maintain a close relationship with her family. Every meal she prepares is not only nutritious, but also a mental gift, helping her feel that she is still contributing to the family and not relying on anyone else. This is incredibly important because as we age, many people stop cooking due to health concerns or forgetfulness. However, if you are still able to do these tasks, it is a sign that you are maintaining your health and mental sharpness. More importantly, cooking is not just a physical activity. It's also an exercise for the brain because you need to calculate time, methods of preparation, and even experiment with new recipes. So, if you are still able to cook daily without feeling too overwhelmed, take pride in that. You're not only preserving your health, but also keeping an important habit that helps maintain your independence in daily life. For managing personal finances, financial independence, and wise decision-making, one of the important signs of independence in your 70s and 80s is the ability to manage your personal finances without assistance from others. Being able to pay bills, track expenses, budget, and even use online banking are clear signs that your intellect is still sharp and you are maintaining financial independence in life. The story of Mr. David, 74 years old, living in Texas, is a perfect example. Even though he's been retired for a few years, Mr. David still manages all his family's expenses. I don't want to depend on anyone. I always keep track of my bank accounts, pay my bills, and manage my investments without any help, he shares. This not only shows that he still makes wise financial decisions, but also that it is an important part of his life to maintain control. Being able to manage your finances independently at this age is a sign that you are still thinking clearly, taking charge of your life, and maintaining independence. Mr. David also says, when you can manage your finances, you feel more secure about the future and don't have to worry about relying on children or others. We all know that managing money can be a challenge for many people as they age. However, if you can still do this confidently, it shows that your brain is healthy and not losing its function. This also reflects your ability to stay sharp in making important decisions, from money investments to planning for the future. Remember, managing finances is not just about handling money. It's also a way to maintain independence and freedom while reducing the burden on your family and loved ones. If you can still do this, you are truly in control of your life. 5. Standing up from a chair without using your hands. Strength and flexibility. When you are younger, standing up from a chair may seem like a simple task. But as we age, sometimes even simple actions like this can become a challenge. If you can still stand up from a chair without using your hands or arms for support, it's a clear sign that your body is maintaining its flexibility and muscle strength. The story of Mrs. Linda, 76 years old, is a living example of maintaining physical health. Every time she sits down or stands up, Mrs. Linda never needs to use her hands or any help. She always joked with her friends, "If I can't stand up without help, I'll feel like I become weak." Although she sometimes experiences a little joint pain, she consistently practices these movements every day. Standing up from a chair may seem like a small thing, but to me, it's a sign that I can still control my body. Being able to stand up without help is a very important indicator of maintaining independence. It's not just about leg muscles, but also coordination between different parts of the body. People who can no longer do this tend to lose their independence more quickly. Therefore, if you can still stand up without needing assistance, it's a sign that your body is working effectively and that you are maintaining flexibility without decline. Mrs. Linda shares, "I never stopped working on this habit. I practice every day and never let my body become weak. That's how I maintain my freedom in life." So, if you can still stand up from a chair without difficulty, you're not only preserving your physical health, but also maintaining independence and freedom that many others in your age group may have already lost. 6. Reading without a magnifying glass, healthy eyes, and sharp mind. One of the most noticeable changes as we age is a decline in eyesight. However, if you can still read books, newspapers, or menus without needing a magnifying glass or strong glasses, it's a great sign that your eyes are still healthy and you are maintaining mental sharpness. The story of Mr. Michael, 78 years old, is an impressive example. He is always proud to say that he can still read the newspaper every morning without needing a magnifying glass. "I've had these eyes my whole life, and I don't want to lose my ability to see clearly," he says. Mr. Michael regularly goes for eye checkups and practices exercises to maintain his vision. "I read books every evening, even thick ones with small print, and I'm proud that I don't need a magnifying glass." Healthy eyes not only help you maintain your ability to read, but are also a sign that you're still keeping your independence in life. Reading is not just an intellectual activity. It's also a way to keep your brain sharp and your mind clear. 7. Participate in conversations easily. Strong social connection. As we age, many people may start to feel isolated or disconnected from conversations due to hearing loss or slower processing of information. However, if you can still join conversations without difficulty and don't need to ask others to repeat themselves every time, you are maintaining one of the most important aspects of healthy living, the ability to stay socially connected. The story of Mrs. Margaret, 80 years old, is a vivid example of maintaining sharpness and a strong social connection. She is loved by her friends and family for her ability to listen and engage in conversations with keen awareness. "I never want to be left out of any conversation," Mrs. Margaret says. Although age has occasionally made it harder for her to hear some words clearly, she never hesitates to ask others to repeat if necessary. She shares that she always participates in book clubs and social groups to keep her mind sharp and her spirit connected to the world around her. Social connection doesn't just help you feel less lonely. It also plays a crucial role in maintaining mental sharpness and well-being. Research has shown that people who maintain frequent communication, especially through conversations with friends and family, retain faster thinking and reflexes. If you can still engage in conversations easily, you're proving that you are keeping your mind sharp and maintaining good mental health. So, if you're still able to participate in conversations without feeling tired or confused, take pride in your ability to maintain strong social connections. Feeling connected to the world around you is incredibly important, not only for living longer, but for living joyfully and healthily. 8. Maintaining a positive and curious attitude, mental strength. Finally, one of the key factors in maintaining health as you age is your attitude towards life. If you still feel curious about the world, always asking questions and seeking new things to learn, you are keeping your mind young and full of energy. A positive attitude not only helps you feel happy, but also has been shown to extend life expectancy and improve your immune system. The story of Mr. Walter, 78 years old, from California, is a clear example of maintaining a positive attitude and a youthful spirit. Every day, he seeks out something new to learn, from reading books on history to learning a new recipe. "I never stop learning. Learning is how I keep my brain from aging," Mr. Walter says. He also takes online courses on art and science and is always actively involved in community activities. A positive attitude not only makes you feel happy, but it also has a huge impact on both physical and mental health. Many studies have shown that people who maintain curiosity and a positive outlook live longer, have stronger immune systems, and lead more fulfilling lives. Mr. Walter also shares, "Every day, I find something new to enjoy, to learn. The world is so vast, how can I stop exploring?" If you still maintain curiosity and are always seeking new things in life, you're making yourself someone who lives long and lives joyfully. A positive attitude will help you maintain good health and avoid feelings of tiredness or boredom. In fact, a positive spirit is one of the most important factors for maintaining long-term health. Valuable lessons. Through all of these signs, we can see that maintaining health and independence in your 70s and 80s is not as difficult as it might seem if you take care of yourself. Habits like walking every day, managing finances, keeping your memory sharp, cooking, and staying socially connected all contribute to keeping you healthy and active in your later years. The key lesson here is, it's not age that defines us, but the habits we maintain every day that determine the quality of our lives. Maintaining a positive attitude, staying curious, and engaging in meaningful activities will help you live a healthy, happy, and independent life throughout your entire journey. So, if you can still do these things, be proud of yourself. You are living proof that aging is not a decline, but a continued journey of independence, joy, and ongoing discovery. Keep shining and keep living healthily. Don't forget to share your story in the comments and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any helpful videos. We always look forward to hearing your stories and experiences.